everybody start shouting about how little God is.
Yeah, Lord. Thank you.
I'm talking about crying and snotting and ushers running all over the place with Kleenex. Because we celebrate the littleness of God instead of the greatness of God. Because God's work will never be what he can do for you. God's greatest work will always be what he's already done for you.
There you go. There you go.
It'll never be, he brought me out and no. He saved you. That ought to be your testimony of the Lord. And your faith in God ought to be this. This is how I know God to do it. Because I know me. And if God can save me from the direction that I was headed, there's nothing in my life that is too hard for God.
Amen.
Now, does that mean that you ought not have faith in God to help you out doing this, doing that? No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you ought not relegate him to just be a dirt dollar.
That's right.
You don't never need him, don't never call on him until you're in the dirt, and then you don't never give him no praise until he brought you out of the dirt.
Yeah, come on.
But where is that same God when you're not in the dirt? Where is that same God when everybody's happy, when all the credit good, when all the bills and arrangements been made? Where's God then? You don't never hear no shouting over. I'm talking about, okay, watch this. Real talk. When was the last time somebody in church, I'm going to show you something. The last time somebody in church gave up, stood up and just give God wonderful praise. Just because. I'm through. No, just because. Not just because of, just because. Not just because of when, but don't, ain't nothing right and ain't nothing wrong. Just because. I can't remember the last time I heard that. Now, watch this. Deacon Randall, how would you like it if your job was to identify you with just what you can do for them? You wouldn't like it, would you? Not how good an employee you are. Not none of that. I'm talking about what you can do to benefit them. That's all the praise they gave you. Boy, Deacon Randall, man, when I was thirsty, you brought me that cup of water. Lord, have mercy, Deacon. Do y'all know, right? Yeah, he the one that brought me the cup of water. But y'all, yeah. Yeah. That's how we do, God.
Identify me with stuff.
Identify you with stuff, or identify you with the stuff that they can give you. Because that's all we do is give praise. That's all we do is give God praise when he's giving us stuff. But when was the last time you heard anybody give a no stuff praise? I need the stuff. You didn't give me the stuff, but I praise you anyway. And because of who you are and who you've proven yourself to be through my salvation, I have faith that whatever stuff I need, you will provide. But until you provide it, I still praise you for my lack of stuff.
Yeah.
Amen.
That's why our faith in God ought to build not necessarily on his spiritual record of what he done last time. Our faith in God ought to build from what he's already done for us. Why? Because he's worth more than what he can do for us. And then what's so bad about it, I was talking about somebody the other day, when I get nervous, when I start stressing out, the one thing I find myself doing is seeking God after I've already exhausted all of the efforts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I'm sure I'm the only one, right?
Yeah.
No, for real, I'm the only one, right? But let me tell you something. First of all, obviously, we ought to not seek God after we've exhausted all of the efforts, right? But that does not imply that God's provision in your life has to do with those other efforts. Now, let me tell you what I mean. Having faith in God is not sitting in your recliner waiting on God to show up. Because sometimes God is saying, you need to get on the phone ring and make your phone calls. I'll make provisions, but you got to walk toward it.
Yeah. Come on.
But too many times, we just sit. Well, when is God going to show up? I know, 3:45, I'm just saying. No.
A PSA, people service announcement, yeah. If you seeing this at your church, this who I'm talking to, hey.